All right, welcome back to episode number 39 of the SquadCast. We are live. We're having a fun time here, Max. We felt prepared today, I feel like, because we were joking, we're laughing. Alan's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Alan, the producer in the back room. We'll talk about that a little bit later
37?
tonight. 45.
45.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Underrated how old he is.
I know, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't know to see him.
I tell you what, man, the amount of work he puts in for the RP show, though, it adds years to your life. It does.
Yeah.
It really does. And then he doubles up, double duty with the SquadCast. He's a busy man. We appreciate him greatly. Happy birthday, Alan.
So we'll be talking about that more later tonight. We got a little surprise for Alan. So we'll do that later. But welcome into the basement of the Rod Peterson Show studios at the IKS Media bunker, if you want to call it that.
Headquarters. I like headquarters. I've been thinking about this. I think
headquarters is better. It's more regal.
It's more regal. It's more like Batman.
Mad Max is to my right. Max, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, buddy. I got a playoff pool locked up because Tampa Bay decided to go ham last night.
Ooh.
I got second place in another pool locked up, so it's going to be a nice, profitable week once Tampa Bay sweeps Montreal. Oh, did I just say that?
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Jinx alert. Now, of course...
Sorry, I'll get it done in 5. Sorry.
Every week, we like to thank our good friends over at Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. We have our friends Rox and Dar, the Flamingos, here with us tonight. They are surrounding the We the North t-shirt that was provided to us by Darren
Sir, it's
DuPont.
not we, it's OE.
Oui.
OE.
Oui.
OE.
We the North. It's our rodpetersonshop.com. Subtle plug.
Do we get 10% of those sales if we plug that?
I'll talk to Darren. I'll talk to Darren.
Let's get a negotiation going there.
Yeah, but anyways, we love our friends over at Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. Great people doing great work. If you have a business and you need help figuring out how to get supplies for it smoothly, efficiently, and saving yourself a headache, give Roxanne and Darnell a call, rockstar.com, for more information. I don't have the script up. That would help. And I've been signed out, apparently, so that's even better.
Good old intranet.
Do you have it up and ready to go, Max?
What's that? The description of the show?
The breakdown, I would say.
Breakdown. Of course I have.
Do you have that?
Breakdown. Absolutely.
We'll do Ask Us Anything.
Here? Don't have a breakdown ready?
We'll do Ask Us Anything after that.
Good stuff. Alrighty. Well, it's episode 39 and we're feeling fine. The Stanley Cup Finals are underway as Montreal struggles in Game 1 to defend the line. It was a wild Sunday at the Travelers Championship. It took 8 electric playoff holes for Harris English to claim his second PGA Tour victory this year and make it worth the trip. Long way to go for a short drink of water.
Yeah, real short.
The Jays are dipping their toes into the trade market as they pursue reinforcements to help meet their World Series championship target.
Hey.
That was better. The NBA Conference Finals are well underway as the Hawks are in real trouble if they have to move on without Trey. We are joined by some great friends in Hoop Life and RBI. Settle in, get cozy, share the show as we pursue a viewership high.
Nice. Super nice way to finish that off.
Started slow, finished strong, just like the Jays.
If you guys don't mind, do hit that like and share button. It does help us quite a bit. We appreciate that. I'm already seeing some people checking in. If you guys want to roll through some comments in the back there, Alan. But first, before we do that, ask us anything throughout the evening here. Mr. Hall. Oh, look at the shake. Oh, look at that. Jordan's getting creative back there.
Jordan's getting real creative, hey?
We're giving him too much of a leash, I think.
No kidding.
Jordan,
hey?
Calm down.
Guy comes out. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this all, guys. He's coming up with transitions and movements like that.
Yeah.
Hulk didn't move that good in his prime.
I don't think so. But we do have open comments. So if you want to send us comments, you can do it on Facebook, Twitter, send us tweets. On YouTube, we do have our YouTube up and running. I will just double check that, Jordan, because I know we have some settings we got to change now. YouTube's been acting all goofy lately, so we got to make sure that we do it right or else it breaks. So we're going to do that as well before we get too far. But ask us anything, send us questions, send us comments. I do see that people are checking in. Jamie Anstey's giving us a wave from out in Halifax. Adam Schultz is saying hi. Hello, Adam. North Vancouver, happy to see ye. That's John O'Flynn, of course.
Of course.
John O'Flynn also says happy birthday, Alan Lee. Chad Isaac says, boy, it's a while since I've been here. What's up, boys? Chad, how's it going, man? Long time, no talk. I saw him on TikTok the other night.
Yeah, I was going to say long time no talk, but a lot of TikTok.
A lot of TikTok. Ryan McCarthy's checking in from Saratoga, New York.
Saratoga.
Ryan, hey? How's it going?
Good stuff.
Brady Witt is saying Brady Witt. Brady's here. Oh, Janelle Barkman, thank you for the stars popping up on the screen.
Thank you.
She continues her 18-week streak. Just on fire, Janelle Barkman.
On top of the leaderboard, Janelle is. Absolutely.
Brady Witt has been up and down on the Habs over the last couple months, to say the least. But He is on the up right now. He said, I'm not worried after game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Habs have shown all postseason the ability to make adjustments and execute them. Brady, I'm glad you're on the positivity train. Stay on it, buddy. Good for you. Chad Isaac is asking, did I get my Bubbly promo yet? No, I didn't get sponsored by Bubbly yet. We're working on that.
You're working on that?
I'm trying. I made a,
Where was
Chad,
that in the post-show meeting?
So Chad was watching my TikTok live the other night. I was chugging Bubblies, and Chad's like, I'm gonna screen record you, make a commercial.
What night was this where you were chugging Bubblies, sir? Was this a work night?
Yeah,
dangerous on the
Blackberry. Getting super
Bubblies.
hydrated.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I didn't get my Bubbly promotion yet, so we'll work on that. Will Wienos checking in from Ohio says love the lineup for tonight. Thanks, Will.
Good
Appreciate
stuff.
that. John Ohm says hello, peeps, and Emery Wolf says it's nothing if it isn't Star Wipe. Jordan Blodgett. So Jordan was doing the shake. The Star Wipe is an industry term. So we'll let them have their laughs over that.
Curtain of how the SquadCast is made.
John Ohm also says it's weird to see Clark wearing a jersey. This is a button-up shirt, sir.
Yeah,
sir. This is a Wendy's.
Sir, the Baconator sold out last week. We have Whoppers now.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this a jersey? I don't know. It's definitely a button-up shirt.
Is it feathery? It looks light.
It's got leaves on it.
Oh.
It's leaves, I should say.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Oh, easy.
Hey, Max, shut it.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
Brady Witt
How about
says...
Wayne Simmons, hey?
Hey, I'm not going to say any of that. Brady Witt says, who's hosting the RP show tomorrow? Brady, I just tweeted about it. Go look. It's a big show tomorrow on the RP show. We'll talk about that later. Rod and Darren are heading to Montreal, hence the North T-shirt.
Hey, did you get the invite?
No.
You missed that too.
They definitely just told me straight up that I wasn't going.
Wow.
Yeah, no invite for Clarkie. But they got some good stuff. And hey, I got 2 days off. So.
Well, hey, that's all right too.
Am I mad? Sort of.
Only a little.
Only a little bit. Janelle Barkman
Thanks,
says grapefruit is the best bubbly. Janelle, I disagree. I'm falling in love more and more with lime bubbly, and peach and pineapple are my top 2.
I don't like any of them.
You don't like any of them?
No.
John Ohm says typo. I mean, not wearing a jersey. I rarely wear jerseys. I'm not a big jersey guy.
No, you're not a big jersey guy.
But
no, well, you are a big jersey guy now. You are just a big proponent of having them on your walls.
I have purchased some jerseys recently.
Yes, exactly.
And they are usually decor more than anything. But I just realized that we're 8 minutes into the show. We haven't even talked about anything yet.
No, read through
just checking in.
Of comments,
Our comments are on fire.
You know what? The first thing that we talked.
That's
That's right. Exactly. Come on in. The water's warm.
Yeah.
Probably can't say that either way.
So why not?
You know what's funny though? We talk about this right before we go live here. We say, hey, we've got a massive top of the order, probably the biggest top of the order we've ever had. And we don't even get into it for the first 10 minutes of the show. So
and we're not even going to get into it yet because I am going to just say something really quick.
You're going to say something.
Make sure I have 2. Oh, look, it's black. It's clear.
Oh, man. Now you just ruined the illusion. Guys,
I didn't even.
It's not
I didn't think of that
backdrop.
I didn't think of that. But yeah, we have 2 versions of MLB The Show. This is Xbox Green, by the way.
It's translucent version. You can't even get those in stores.
We had our giveaway contest running on all our social media channels over the last, I'm going to say, week and less than a week.
It was a week.
And we have our winners. We're not going to announce them yet, though.
Couple of great prizes, though.
Yeah.
Couple of great prizes.
I'm super happy. And we also have a new giveaway that we're going to announce right after this one. It's
I don't know which
new.
is better, to be honest, though.
Value-wise, the new one is better.
Value-wise, the new one. But
way better.
That's
depends if you like
nice
video games.
Tatises
But
right there.
Couple of nice Tatises. This is Fernando Tatis, guys.
Get
your head out of the gutter.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, we're going to be giving these away at the end of the top of the order, so stay tuned.
And it only took you 2 trips to Best Buy to get the right editions. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Crushed
Xbox Series X, it's confusing.
It's subtle.
The top of the order tonight is brought to you by our good buddies over at Hoop Life Basketball Training. Habib is going to be here later for a Hoop Life segment. We're going to talk the corner 3 with him. But Hoop Life is the #1 basketball training facility in the province. Let's go in Canada. Why not?
Let's do it.
HoopLifeBasketball.com. Check it all out. They got camps blowing up right now. Summer camps going on. Use Squad 10 at HoopLifeBasketball.com at all the apparel, the camps, the sessions. 10% off everything. So head over there. Check that out. Hoop Life Basketball. The best. That's their new motto. I just made it up.
Sell that one to Andrew. Talk to Andrew.
Andrew, you can have it for free. I'm just that good of a guy. Now we're going into our top of the order. Our first topic. We can't skip over the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 1.
No.
Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is in the book. Now, Max. Oh, what was it? Was that a transition? Did I just see a transition?
The boys
sheep wipe.
on
Oh,
it.
Jordan's getting a little crazy back there. We might have
getting
to
a little cheeky
We might
back
have to
there.
take it. We might have to sit him down on the bench for a couple plays and say,
yeah,
Jordan, you know what?
exactly, yeah.
You know your role.
hey.
Know your role, and you know.
Well, if
Might
he's
have
not
to-
careful, it's going to turn into like what the Habs had happen to him last night. A little turnover action leading to a few goals.
No,
the other
Jordan,
way
you're
in the back
safe.
of
You're
the
safe,
net.
Jordan. Don't go anywhere, Jordan.
Just
We're not,
kidding.
You're
Jordan's
fine.
got way more talent than any of the Montreal
But are you a
Canadiens,
Stanley Cup final or finals guy?
It's
S
the
or
Stanley
no S?
Cup final.
Final, because
It's the
technically
Stanley
there's
Cup
only
final.
one round.
But it's the NBA Finals.
Yeah, what's that about?
I always see it on the graphics, right? So I don't know.
I don't know.
Hockey's weird.
Final,
Hockey's
it's
weird.
one round, so it should be a final. It's the final round. It's not
Because-
the finals round.
No, exactly. It's not the finals.
And semifinals, because there's two of them.
or like the conference finals because it's
There's
plural.
two of them.
There's two of them. But it's the Stanley Cup
I think we just
final.
solved a couple of world problems
Yeah,
right
it makes
there.
sense. I like it.
But Tampa Bay just went. Tampa Bay went full Tampa on this one.
Good writing. Whoever
Kucherov
writes
was
this
locked
show
in.
is
I'm reading.
killing it.
I'm reading your writing here. Kucherov was locked in. Couple lucky breaks on both sides. Carey Price looked human. But you said at the end of the game he kind of stepped up big a couple of times.
Game could have been 7-1.
Right.
Could have been.
Montreal is going to have to make some adjustments going into game two. What I saw was, like you said this earlier, so I'm going to give you 100% credit. I'm stealing your words. Tampa Bay just skated all around them. They skated all over them. The defensemen couldn't keep up. And to me, what I saw, and we talked about this before the show, I saw in the third period, what I noticed was every time Montreal would get it out, somebody from Tampa Bay would speed right back in with it, and they just didn't have a chance. Like they were just getting smothered. And that's kind of Tampa's game. They have 4 really good lines. They have 6 really good defensemen. They use all of them. And they have one of the, if not the best goalie in the league. I know we just had the NHL Awards. Marc-Andre Fleury won the Vezina.
Yep.
Congrats, Marc-Andre.
Stick taps to Marc.
But Andre Vasilevsky got first team All-Star. So who's really the best goalie in the league? Let's be real.
Yeah.
But anyways, with that in mind, Montreal's in deep. What do you think, Max?
I think, you know what, at the end of it, so I listened to Hockey Central on my way to the wonderful IKS studios today, and Anthony Stewart, I think, said it best. He said, Montreal got out Montreal Canadian. So through 3 rounds, we've seen Montreal, they've been physical, they've been nasty, they've had their way with teams, right? They've stepped up, they've been intimidating, which has been, I guess, a catalyst for how they've gotten this far. But when you look at Tampa, everybody always likes to think, oh, they're skilled, right? They're 1 through 6 deep in terms of their forward group, 1 through 6 deep on the defense, and again, Andre Vasilevsky, who could arguably be the best goaltender in the world. But Tampa Bay is nasty. There ain't no darlings in that group of players. I think we saw it on the first penalty of the game. Brendan Gallagher drew it, and you saw 3 guys just skating by it, just giving it to him, saying, "You frickin' dove, you whatever." So
Was that the one where he was bleeding from
No,
the face?
that one was a little later in the game, and that was nasty. You don't like to see that.
So
but,
Emma, my
yeah.
daughter, my 8-year-old daughter saw that, and she's like, "What is going on? Like, isn't this hockey?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it's he got something in the face."
Yeah, a little scrum in front of the net. But you know what? I have no doubt, like Brady Witt said, they will make some adjustments. They'll still make a series out of it. But man, oh man, Tampa just relentless. That's the word that I could describe that game in a nutshell with. Is yes, the shots were 28-19. As again I alluded to earlier, I think the scoring chances legitimately were about 14-5 though, like true grade A scoring chances. Carey Price came up with a couple of big saves on Tyler Johnson. I believe it was I want to say it was either Anthony Cirelli or Killorn before he went out. But either way, Price still played pretty well. He kept it from being a true blowout of a hockey game. But man, oh man, Tampa, Nikita Kucherov, the guy is just a gamer.
Yeah.
There's not enough I can say about him. I'm happy I picked him in my playoff pools,
Oh,
people.
yeah.
But yeah, Montreal's going to have some serious work to do if they want to stay in this series and make it a long one for sure.
Eric Cernak making an impression as well.
Very nice opening goal.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and to me, I got multiple texts, and when I say that, I mean 2. That's
plural.
You know, Eric Cernak is putting Tampa in a crazy situation for the Seattle draft coming up because he's kind of one of those guys who's probably going to be exposed, and I don't think Tampa wants to lose that guy. So he's a
24 years
valuable
old. He's got
right
some
shot,
control.
speed, size. I was going to say he's got some speed. He's a good
Showed
player.
the ability last night. He's got some flash. He can put a goal in every now and again.
Yeah,
So it was,
as
nice
Mike
play.
Babcock would say, he's a good player. Good player.
Good player. Hey, you're gonna have him on the show tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes. Well,
Possibly.
yeah, sure. On the Rod Peterson
You
show
already
tomorrow.
threw it
I
out.
kind of did. Kelly Rempel's going to be hosting, for those who are wondering. Kelly Rempel, the Silver Fox, our good friend, co-hosted virtually by Peter Loubardias.
Ho-ho.
So in itself is a good guest.
That's gonna be
But he's
great.
going to be co-hosting all 2 hours. Kelly and Peter, good old time buddies. They've known each other for a long time.
Great guys.
Great guys. Good people, as Peter Loubardias would say. And on our show, the guests, Theo Fleury, Alan Miller of Hockey Canada, formerly Moose Jaw Warriors, and Mike Babcock.
Those are names.
Michael Babcock, up-and-coming hockey
his middle
analyst.
name?
I don't know.
You wanted to go.
Do I know? I don't know.
Let's go with
He's an
Bartholomew.
I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He's an up-and-coming hockey analyst. NBC hired him out of nowhere to some hockey analyst work.
Isn't he from around this area?
He's from Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Yeah, and they just plucked him out of nowhere. And he just got a job in the U Sports with the U of S Huskies. They picked him up again, kind of off the street, and they're just like, "Hey, you look like you could coach." I don't know much about the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess you'll look forward to finding out more tomorrow.
It sounds like he's skyrocketing in the hockey world.
Sounds like he might be. Yeah. Sounds
see.
like he's on his way.
Yeah. I jest, obviously. I just want to put that out there.
Put that out
this
there,
is all a joke. This is what they call in the industry a skit.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that was a C+ skit. Out of
C+?
me. Yeah, C+.
I'm going to say B-.
Okay.
Theo Fleury's birthday today, by the way. A shout out to Adam Schultz for mentioning that.
Ooh.
John Ohm says Las Vegas got the NHL All-Star Game in 2021. SquadCast trip? That might be out of our budget, but we'll see if we can piggyback on somebody else.
Trips.
Yeah, Darren's a good trip planner. Anyways, home run Bo Bichette. There you go. Seattle Jays 3-3.
Woo.
3-run dinger 6-3 Jays. There we go. Nailed it. Next on the docket, NHL Awards. That's kind of a big deal. I don't know. Alan, do you have any graphics for the NHL Awards? There it is. Kirill Kaprizov won the Calder, Rookie of the Year.
That guy was pretty good this year.
He beat out Jason Robertson, and I can't remember who was third. Josh Norris, I think, was third in the voting.
Possibly.
From Ottawa Senators. Marc-Andre Fleury, surprisingly, I would say, wins the Vezina. I wasn't expecting this to happen. I'm not saying he had a bad year. He had a great year. Obviously, he was a finalist. He had a great year.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Andrei Vasilevsky in a runaway. Marc-Andre Fleury. That's a little surprising.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, especially with the way the way the division stacked up. I agree. The way the division stacked up, right? I mean, the West, it wasn't exactly a perennially tough division, right? He had a couple of teams he had to play against and show some dominance of, but like in the Central, there were some good teams in that division. There was 4 or 5 really fighting for playoff spots, and Tampa played the entire year without Cooch, and I know that's not really a stalwart defensive presence to help Andrei Vasilevsky out, but Tampa had to overcome some injuries throughout the year, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think Andrei Vasilevsky's not too bad about competing for a Stanley Cup instead of a Vezina.
Yeah,
he's probably going to
fine.
win a few more, but I want to go back to Kirill Kaprizov for a second.
Sure.
Though.
Yeah, sorry, I skipped over that.
A little bit. You saw the reports earlier this last week, whatever it may have been. He's in a bit of a contract dispute with the Minnesota Wild after one season of play.
Yeah, he's threatening to go back.
Into that?
He's threatening to go back to Russia. With Russians, you just simply never know.
Alex Radulov, still haven't forgiven him.
It sound right. Yeah, you got hit hard. Kostitsyn too, right?
Nah.
That didn't count as much. Yeah.
Still worried about Jimmy Vesey.
Yeah, Jimmy V. He might come back in free agency. He's a UFA.
To Magnitogorsk.
Never know. But yeah, Kirill Kaprizov, I mean, he had an unbelievable rookie year. To me, literally the reason Minnesota was good.
Yeah.
I hate to put...
And he knows that too, and that's why there's a contract dispute.
Hockey's not a one-player sport, but... if you look at the stats, if you look at the numbers, and you look at Minnesota before Kaprizov and with Kaprizov, my goodness, if he got votes for first team All-Star, he got votes for the MVP. Like, he got votes. He's that good. And he's one of those rookies from Russia who is a little older. Mm-hmm. So for anybody to be like, well, he's just a rookie. He's also 24, 25 years old.
Artemi Panarin 2.0.
That's what I mean. So he's already established. He comes in and he sets the league on fire, so to speak. But he's not a 21-year-old kid who doesn't have any leverage in contract negotiations. He can bolt, go back to Russia, make pretty good money over there, and then come back and sign as a free agent with whoever he wants.
Alexander Radulov.
Yeah.
Might
so
be his agent.
Might be his agent. There you go. Might be his agent.
I tell you what, the addition of Nick Bonino really brought a lot to the Minnesota Wild this year. Just kidding. Hey, former Pred, he was good.
Matt Zuccarello.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I was just curious to find out, like, I guess, how much do you read into that, right? Obviously, it's a bit of a tumultuous time. There's still the Stanley Cup final going on. Hey, Stanley Cup final. I'm not going to get caught saying
no
that.
S.
No S.
Nailed
but
it.
Either way, I guess a lot of offseason to figure this out for the Minnesota Wild. I mean, it's a guy that literally, as you alluded to, you can't afford to lose, right? You've taken a step forward as a franchise. Now, what division? Are they going back to the Central next year?
They'll be in the Central, yeah.
Yeah, so they're back with the top-heavy division of the Preds, the Colorado Avalanche, the St. Louis Blues,
St. Louis,
Chicago, who's on the upswing,
Winnipeg.
Like, it's going back to being a very, very tough division. And if you're Minnesota Wild,
Carolina.
Carolina's not in that division.
They're in the Metro.
They're in the Metro, yeah,
Right,
exactly.
thank you.
But either way, you want to lock this kid up as long as you can. It's going to be a bridge deal. That's likely what's going to happen.
It has to
flexibility.
be. But Minnesota, I just think if he's gone next year and if they come back with the same-ish roster, they aren't a playoff team. They're not a playoff
Kaprizov,
team.
Nope, they're not.
I'm sorry.
No.
There's my quote of the day, Max.
Because I think Camp Talbot.
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day.
Meme after the show.
There we go.
If Minnesota
put
without
Kirill in his
Kaprizov, not
Russian
a playoff
uniform.
team.
All right.
Next, we have Adam Fox winning the Norris. Not surprising. He had a great year. There was that heavy contingent of Hedman doubters out there because statistically, advanced stats, analytically, maybe not the best season. Respect-wise, talent-wise, reputation, yes. Victor Hedman is still Victor Hedman. But Adam Fox had an outstanding year. Obviously good enough to win the Norris. Got lots of votes.
You should ask Ken Reed how he feels about this.
Kenny, can you call in quick, Ken? I know you're watching.
I know you're watching.
I know you're not busy at Sportsnet. You can come in. You can call in right now. No, but Adam Fox, good for him. It's an interesting debate, though, because we talked about this just today in our prep. You had two really young finalists, Adam Fox, Cale Makar. Both, I think, under the age of 23. Hedman's about 29, 30, the established vet who has won a Norris in the past. Conn Smythe in the past, right?
Yeah, last year.
And, he won it last year. And to me, that is historically, the NHL just gives those guys the trophy over the young guys. This is a new kind of vibe for the NHL.
I don't hate this, though, because if you're the NHL, right, and we talk about this problem with baseball, marketing your young stars. And while this isn't, I guess, it's an awards season. It means a lot to these guys, especially when it comes to contract negotiations and whatever it is. But if you're going to take the politics of the new age, you want to market your young stars. Not to say that Victor Hedman isn't marketable, but he's soaked his grease for the NHL. He's made a lot of money and all that good stuff. But when it comes to these young guys, you really want to put the emphasis on your young stars across the board.
I'll say a few things about that. Young star, A. B, American.
Yep.
C, New York Rangers. They need to pump that market, and they're about to be really good. I think this is a good start for them.
Right.
Now, again, the voters for this are media, writers.
Yep.
So it's not like there's any bias there in terms of wanting to get in. It's not like the NHL just picks.
No, exactly.
It's voted on.
Exactly.
So it's just, in terms of the league right now, looking at this and being like, you know what, this isn't a bad thing.
No, exactly.
They get a young American New York Ranger winning the Norris.
You know what
Probably a good thing for the league.
You know what the thing about the NHL's influence, though, is the more it grows, the more potential for media to have career opportunities.
Weird.
So there's always a connection.
And then
there.
just to wrap a bow on this one, McDavid won the Hart and the Lindsay. Let's move on.
Jeez.
No, McDavid did win the Hart and the Lindsay, obviously.
Who won the Rocket? Oh, man. Clark, who won the Rocket, eh?
A good player from Arizona. Is that allowed?
Not bad.
I'll allow it.
Good work.
McDavid wins the Hart, which is voted on by media, and the Lindsay, which is voted on by the NHLPA, the players. So pretty big accomplishment for him. The All-Star voting, we can get into that another day. But interesting is that, am I allowed to say names of the team that I'm not allowed to talk about at all?
No.
So if I'm going to say the
must
All-Star,
not be named, none of it.
if I'm going to say the All-Star teams, I can't say two of the names?
No, you can say the guy that you can describe him exactly.
We're
as how
skipping
you
the
just
All-Star
did.
teams.
Clark is just
I don't know if you know this.
seething right
we
now.
we have a bet where I'm not allowed to talk about a certain team, maybe with things on my shirt.
And yet here you are still dangerously close
until
to this
after
line.
the Stanley Cup final.
Dangerously close.
So I'm hoping we talk about this. I'm hoping by next Tuesday's show, I will be able to talk about this team.
you're hoping for a sweep too.
I'm hoping for a sweep. Next topic. This is the anniversary of the craziest day in NHL offseason history. 5 years ago today, Max's Nashville Predators traded Shea Weber to the Montreal Canadiens for PK Subban. Look at that right there.
What a day.
One of the biggest one-for-one trades until 5 minutes later in the day when Taylor Hall got traded for Adam Larson. Look at this. 1-for-1. The deal is 1-for-1, Bob McKenzie is famously known as saying. And then 5 minutes later, Steven Stamkos signed a deal with the Lightning after he was rumored to go to a certain team in the GTA. I'm struggling. This is hard. He was rumored to go there. Do you remember there was a couple of, it was Dallas Stars. Were they in on Stamkos?
That was Tavares.
That was
Tavares, San Jose, Dallas,
right.
And then that
but
team.
There was a couple other teams in on Stamkos,
of course
wasn't there?
There was. There was probably 29.
Montreal was one of them.
Montreal was in on it for sure.
There was a couple other ones, but anyways, one of the biggest.
Wanted them.
It's not like we're not going to dive into a ton of debates over that right now. But clearly Montreal won the day on that one.
Just thankful.
Well, you know what? Stamkos, I guess, did pretty good for himself in Tampa, too.
Nashville almost did great.
Nashville almost did good. And Taylor Hall won an MVP in New Jersey, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess Adam Larson lost the day.
That was a crazy 20 minutes, though, right?
So we were telling the story. You can, if you want, give your side of this. But I just started working with the Regina Pats. It was like my first, I'm going to say month, maybe a month into it. It was late June, so it would have been like a month into me starting. And I'm sitting in my office down at the end of one hallway.
Wow,
everybody else
1 month in. Jeez, you superstar.
I was a stud. Everyone else's offices were on the other end of the office, so it was like a big long hallway. Mm-hmm. So this happens, and I just hear ding, ding, ding. Whoa! So I sprint down the hallway. Weber for Subban. Wow, this is the biggest deal. And then I go back to my office, calm down. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. Ding, ding, ding. Taylor Hall for Adam Larson. Whoa. So I sprint down the hallway again. And then I come back. Stamkos. Whoa. So I sprint down the hallway.
Before your morning
got my
green
exercise.
tea.
Yeah, it was good. Do you want to mention what you were doing?
Well, no, because nobody would believe me. I was at the gym.
Oh,
humble brag.
Max used to be a gym rat.
Yeah, 5 years ago to the day. Hey, this is the anniversary of my last time I went to the gym, too.
How
it was such
that?
an intense day. I had to stop my workout, emotionally recharge after the Weber deal. Oh, man, it was crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to see him competing for a Stanley Cup, obviously.
Lane Ardell's trying to catch me. Put the comment up on the screen. I'm not going to read it. Max, you can see it here.
Keep
where
it
is
up,
it?
Lane. I like it.
There it is. I can't say it.
No,
I'm not going to say
it. It's right.
Adam Schultz. Adam Schultz is on my side. Let's put up Adam's.
Yeah,
you can't bait him like that, Max.
What do you mean I can't?
He's trying his best, Adam. But I'm holding strong. I'm holding strong. I need this Popeyes gift card, you guys. That's what's on the line. $25 Popeyes. Ryan McCarthy says the best 1-for-1 trade for the Devils ever until they sold Hall to Arizona for a bunch of picks and minor leaguers. And they got Subban and they sold him for a bunch of picks and minor leaguers. But Steven Santini, stud.
Jeremy Davies, stud. Igor Afanasyev, future stud.
Now, Afanasyev, we could talk about that. But
yeah, he's going to be
Seattle Kraken, next topic. Seattle Kraken, I'm cutting you off.
That's okay.
Seattle Kraken, Dave Hackstall, named the first ever franchise ever head coach ever.
Not to be confused with Ron Hextall.
Yeah, not the Hextall family.
Different
This is the Hackstalls. He was an assistant. Oh, shoot. He was an assistant for? He was a head coach for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh, okay.
Before, not very good, by the way.
What was his most recent position?
Hold on. He was, before the Flyers, he was a very standout head coach for the University of North Dakota. Mm-hmm. Very highly touted coming out of the NCAA ranks. Flyers didn't work out so much. Went on to an assistant coaching role in the GTA.
Okay. You've said it twice. That's it. Now you got to come up with a new reference.
I got to come up with a new one. He came up with, he was an assistant coach south of Ottawa. And
you're the worst.
I'm trying my best here, Max. And then he basically, what the interesting part of that is he was the penalty kill director in that team that I mentioned. And they weren't very good. They were the 8th worst penalty kill team in the league.
And then look at that. He gets a
head coaching job in Seattle.
First head coach in franchise history.
Now, I don't know what to say about this. You wrote down, certainly not everyone who thought it would be... certainly not who everyone thought it would be, but obviously Ron Francis likes what Hackstall can bring to the newest franchise. From what I've understood, he's an unbelievable interviewer because he gets some good jobs.
No kidding.
So I don't know, Max. Is there anything really to say about this? It's hard to judge a head coach before he has a roster.
He's the unconventional choice, but you know what? At the end of the day, this is something that Elliot Friedman and Jeff Merrick talk about a lot on their podcast, 31 Thoughts. Free plug for them because they're awesome. But you know what?
We're gonna have to start charging for that.
We're gonna have to.
Elliot and Jeff, they need our support.
They need that support, absolutely. But sometimes your second go around as a head coach is a lot better, right? Bruce Cassidy is going through that with Boston right now. His first head coaching gig didn't work out so well for him. I believe it was in Washington, wasn't it?
Bruce Cassidy?
Bruce Cassidy for the Bruins.
I don't know if he was a head coach in Washington.
Well, he was a head coach somewhere before.
Might have been like a short term or something like that.
But even still, like there's countless examples across the league where, again, even though you go through it the first time, you're not so sure what to do. You're kind of planting your roots a little bit. Second time, you're a little bit more familiar with processes. And now with an expansion team at his disposal, it's going to be really interesting. I wonder how long the leash is going to be. Again, we talked with Stephen Ellis a couple of weeks ago saying, okay, are they going to go the Vegas route? Are they going to go a little bit of a younger team, have a little bit more patience with the first group of staff they bring in? It'll be really interesting. But like you said, there's not too much to say until we see him coach a full season in navy and teal. It's an interesting color set.
Love it. My friend Nick Grimm says, hi, Clark, California listener here. Haven't been following hockey as much this year. Oh, he almost got me. Nick, come on.
Stuff.
I got to
like
get
it.
this Popeyes gift card, Nick. I need myself some
No, my Uncle
sandwiches.
Cam had a saying. It's called trying leads to failure.
So Nick almost got me. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate your effort. A+ for effort, Nick. But you failed as per usual.
Well, I was going to say you're trying, not failure. Well,
No, I'm still in the lead here.
Still
Now
in the what?
let's switch topics once again. We're firing through these. This is a good open. I feel like we've been.
Isn't it 7:30?
It's 7:30. Feels like it's been 5 minutes.
It's true.
It's been 30.
Yeah.
We got a few more topics left. See, this is what happens when we give ourselves time. We take too much of it.
Oh, give us an inch, we'll take a mile. Yeah.
Ryan NugentHopkins signs an 8-year, $41 million deal with the Edmonton Oilers to stay there basically forever. He's been there forever. He's staying more. He's staying longer.
We'll take him until his 36-year-old season. So.
Right. So it'll be, what, 18 years as an Oiler at the end of this?
Yeah,
Something like that?
2010, 11
17
was his draft?
years?
2011.
Right.
10-year vet.
Yeah, so
28 years
18,
old,
17,
so.
18 years.
Yep.
He's got to finish the contract. We'll see. $5.125 million, though, for a guy who was making $6 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we had this conversation the other day on the SquadCast about the next wave of contracts for the NHL. Flat cap. Guys are realizing they need to take less in order to allow their team to be successful in other places or competitive in other places. They don't want to handcuff their teams. Again, I think the biggest thing is the economic landscape of the league in its entirety. There's not as much money. There just straight up isn't to go around because guys got their big contracts and then the cap didn't go up. So that inflation's not there. So what this proves and shows is that Ryan NugentHopkins is the guinea pig in this. He's the first one to kind of show it, but he took a pay cut. And there's other guys in the league like, oh, shoot, I can't talk about him. There's other guys in the league.
Really? Okay, who's the other guys in the league? Come on, get off your one iota here.
I can't. Are you allowing me to? Can I just say a name?
No,
Former Moose Jaw Warrior defender, 5th overall draft pick in the
No, that
2012
guy's a
draft.
bum anyway.
He's got a deal upcoming though, and he's said out in public that he's going to take a pay cut. So is this the same idea that Ryan NugentHopkins was making $6 million, probably in a normal year if everything was normal, probably worth $7 million, probably
Around
first
there.
overall pick in the past. He's had a productive sort of career. If Kevin Hayes,
I think he would love for you to negotiate his contract. Well, I tell you what, Ken, I've had a productive-ish sort of career.
well, look at his numbers. That's why.
I know. I'm literally looking at his numbers right now.
Okay, what are they?
So he's got a career high of 69 points, minus 13 in that year.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
But either way, I don't know. Without going too much into it, yeah, he's like a top-out 70-point player, plays a second-line role with the Edmonton Oilers. And, again, a guy that's positional. You could plug him in at center, left
First
wing,
line
whatever
left wing,
it is.
second line left
Exactly.
wing, third
You
line
can
center,
move him up and
second
down.
line center.
Exactly.
He's flexible. He's
Oh,
maneuverable.
100%. But the other thing, though, too, that I think that is going to become a lot more valuable for these guys, especially as this next wave of contracts, as you alluded to, is, okay, so I'm going to take a discount during this era where it's going to be a little bit tougher for the teams to give me a raise, whatever it is. So what can I get on the back end? And what did he get? He got a no movement clause built into his contract. I don't know if it's modified or not, but I'm pretty sure
I think it's a full
I think it's a
no
full
move
no
clause.
move. So he sacrifices, what did we say, about $1 million, $1.5 million bucks maybe on the open market he could have got elsewhere. But he likes the situation. He wants to see this thing through with the
From
Oilers.
the area.
He's from
I think
the
that's
area.
underrated. He's from, I think, the Red Deer-ish area. He played for the Rebels.
Played for the
but
Rebels,
I think he's from the area.
And he said in his quote, anyways, he said he takes pride in being an Edmonton Oiler.
Yeah.
Obviously, a team that is very close to his heart, has treated him well over his 10-plus seasons in the NHL. Again, a guy that's easy to root for when it comes to hockey.
I think he
and
made the
Oilers.
right call.
Absolutely.
Rather
$40
than
million,
chasing,
I think a lot of people would take $40 million to play hockey for 8 years.
but rather
Sure
than
would.
chasing 45 or 50, he took he put himself in an opportunity to play with two of the best players in the world, long term.
Believes in Ken Holland's vision.
Believes in it all. Wants to stay there. Good move. Now, how many other guys will follow his lead? Will they take pay cuts? Longer term, maybe. Maybe some guys who would have normally maybe got 4 or 5 years, maybe they get 7 or 8 years. But it's a lower cap hit. I can't say the name.
No, you can't. Jeez, this is like
It's a
6
tough
times
day.
where
This is
you've
a
almost
really hard day for me.
You're really hoping for that broom treatment, eh?
The Travelers Championship. Max, you're going to talk about this one. I got nothing.
100%.
I missed
so Janelle
it. You
Barkman,
watched it.
Ears perk up.
Golf
I was watching some
talk.
golf this weekend. Man, okay. This was electric, though. I was on the edge of my seat watching Harris English, won me $75, by the way. I took him at plus 4,500 to win the tournament outright. I cashed out a little bit earlier because I'm a bit of a nervous gambler, but either way, Harris English, fantastic. I believe he was 5 under in his final round before the playoffs to put himself in the position to be in the playoff, versus Kramer Hickok, who I learned a lot about over an 8-hole playoff excursion. He had a lot of support from the Kentucky faithful out at the Travelers Championship, and man, oh man, did these guys put on a show. The one thing I didn't understand, though, however, in playoff golf, and Janelle, maybe you can help me out on this, so they played 18 and 17. I get it, they were losing daylight, but maybe mix in 16, like through 5 holes, just to give these guys a different look.
They just went back and forth on 17, 18.
So it was, you played 18 twice, and then you went back to 17, 18, then you alternated the rest of the way through. I'm pretty sure, from what I understood.
Right.
But either way, you give these guys 8 holes on the same go. I think it was funny, the commentator, I can't remember the name, he's like, well, they're playing this hole for the 8th time this weekend, so they're very familiar with it. Either way, it was electric. I was on the edge of my seat. Clutch putts all the way through. Kramer Hickok forced another 3 holes just from, again, traditionally for guys like you and me, unmakeable putts. He made some clutch putts, and man, it made for a very interesting Sunday.
If you get outside of 5 feet, it's pretty much an unmakeable putt for me.
Oh, exactly, absolutely. Yeah. So either way, great entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, your hat is about our next topic. Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's named the AL Player of the Week. He had a .391 batting average, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs. Unbelievable. He's garnering MVP talk at this point in the season.
The research for this show is just awesome.
All Max. Max wrote the script today. I'll give him credit. Now, he's getting MVP talks, but we just...
Me?
Max, yeah, you're getting MVP talks.
Oh, okay.
Vladdy is.
Yes.
Now, we just before the show started, we were talking about Shohei Ohtani, and oh my gosh, is he just blowing the cover off the ball, and he's pitching really well. Yeah. We can't talk about it too much. No. Vladdy's good.
Vladdy's good.
Wrap it up pretty good?
Wrap it up pretty good.
Gary Bettman's casting doubt on if the NHL will participate in the 2022 Olympics, citing safety concerns. I've heard it's all about, conditions and... all those words that are basically just...
a lot of lawyer speak.
Will they agree?
That we don't have.
Yeah, conditions, stipulations, all those things.
Scheduling conflicts.
About travel, safety, health, all those things. Yep. The players
stipulations as well.
I said stipulations.
Did you say stipulations?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought you said stipulations.
I don't know.
I'm thirsty, sorry.
So anyways, I think there's a vote or an agreement coming up right away or something that they're going to decide.
Gary Bettman said they're past the deadline of what they wanted to be to have this figured out.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said in his pre-Stanley Cup press conference, was that they're past the point of having this resolved. So they got to get this figured out like yesterday.
Got it.
If there's going to be NHL participation.
Back to baseball. If we want to put up the Bluebird block graphic, let's just make this our little quick Bluebird block.
Mini Bluebird block.
The Toronto Blue Jays have made a trade. They have brought in left-handed power bat Corey Dickerson and reliever Adam Simber, who has pitched to an .288, and this is Max's words again. Shout out Max. .288 ERA. And adds to a bullpen in desperate need of an arm. We've talked about this many times.
A few times.
They need to get stable. They need to get healthy. They need to get some stronger arms in there. Going the other way is Joe Panik, who is making, I believe, $3 million as a utility player, which is valuable if you're playing well.
I'm
90% sure, Max. And he's been a great utility presence over the last couple of years, but they have so many guys now, it almost made him... very expensive. It did make him very expendable. Obviously, he's in the trade. They also got minor league pitcher. You didn't put it in the script, Max. Joel McInvale or something like that. I didn't know the name. Something McInvale. I'm pretty sure is his name.
Joe Panik's making 1.85, not 3, but
what is it?
1.85. You were off just a little.
Interesting.
It's all right.
MLB The Show might have lied to me, or maybe I got confused. But it doesn't matter.
It was 2022. He had a great year in 21.
McInvale, not a guy that anybody was talking about. 37th round pick.
I remember that from the reading, though.
Dickerson comes in. Now, the left-handed bat thing is the crucial key part to this trade. They needed a left-handed bat. All their good hitters, all of their hitters pretty much are right-handed. Bo, Vladdy, Cavan's a switch. No? He's a right-handed hitter. He's the lefty. He's the sole lefty.
Yeah.
George Springer.
Marcus Semien.
Semien. Go down the lineup. Gurriel.
Reese McGuire's left-hand bat, and he's putting up some good numbers.
Right. He's like their only guy who's doing, well, Cavan's okay.
Cavan's all right.
But a left-handed bat to the middle of the lineup is huge. It's harder for matchups. You guys can't put out those right-handed pitchers all the time. So they're going to
And let's be realistic about what he is. He's an option coming off the bench. And as Craig Ballard alluded to, our good man off TikTok.
Next week, Craig Ballard on this show. Craig Ballard, Jays Talk. You're on the show.
As he alluded to, Rowdy Tellez just hasn't really been the guy off the bench that the Jays were hoping he would be. I think everybody was hoping Rowdy would perform a little bit better than he has to start this campaign. And now he becomes an expendable option as the Jays bring in a left-handed bat who is injured, by the way. Let's not get that twisted. He is hurt. He's going to be out, I want to say, a couple of weeks with a bruised foot still that he's dealing
Dickerson?
with. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a contusion.
2 weeks. He's got a boot for 2 weeks, and then they're going to reevaluate.
So reevaluate meaning they're going to make another trade and then bring him into the lineup. So
right.
Either way, I like the move for the Jays, right? He's hit 27 home runs in his career before.
And 24. A couple 20 years.
Yeah,
20 home
although
runs
it's been a few years, I think this is a really solid move for the Jays, and it sets up options for them as they approach the trade deadline to really kind of mold this team into what they need to reach true contender status as they go into the final leg of the season. So I like this move. It's a setup move. They had to absorb some salary.
And Simber's huge. We didn't talk about his delivery. Sidewinder. He's got that kind of submarine almost throw.
Gets guys out, though.
What I heard, he's a righty, right?
Yep.
So what I heard is that they're going to plan, or maybe this isn't the plan, but it should be, is that he'll come in for the 7th inning. Tim Meza, who's a lefty who throws from up here.
Who's been throwing well lately.
Who's been throwing well, will come in the 8th inning, and then whoever they have as a closer, Romano or whoever is another righty. That's a huge back and forth, all over the place, release point kind of thing.
Don't pull something there.
I'm all over the place.
You're
that could be a
wacky, inflatable arm guy or whatever from Family Guy.
Hey, the Blue Jays bullpen now comes with a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm inflating tube man. There you go.
It's a symbolism for how they've been this year.
And Will Wieno's just pointing out that Simber is also an extreme ground ball pitcher. Good point.
100%.
I heard about that as well. John Ohm doesn't like the fact that Vladdy's not in the home run derby. John, get over it. No, I'm kidding, John. It's a discussion point, but we talked about it last week.
Yes, we did.
Or 2 weeks ago. With Barry Davis last week. So that is the top of the order. That kind of wraps it up. We're going to go into our fan vote now. The Vigor fan vote, if you will.
We'll have to get Habib's opinion on this as well, too.
Yeah, Habib, listen up.
Habib
from Hoop Life is here. Now, this is a big one, Habib. If you could be a professional athlete, you get paid money. Let's say you could quit your job and do this for a living. So it has to be a comfortable enough.
Basketball's not in here. We're talking more obscure sports.
Yeah. If you could be a professional athlete in any of these obscure sports, what would you choose? And please tell us in the comments why. This is important. The why is important.
Habib will have the break to think about this, too. So.
Disc golf. Max is like in love with this disc golf clip that went viral.
Whoever saw that clip and wasn't amazed this weekend?
I saw it. It was cool. I didn't watch it 1,000 times.
You were trying to discredit that guy, man. I
wasn't discrediting him.
The rattle of the chain, the magnitude of the moment, 274 feet out. That was incredible. I don't care what you say. Dude had sick flow. I don't know if he won the playoff, but either way.
Pull up the poll results as I finish this off.
I don't have the poll results.
Pull it up, Max. It's on Twitter. Ping pong.
You pull it up
ping
like
pong.
Marcus
Forrest
Simeon
Gump was really good at ping pong. Ping pong? Habib's picking ping pong.
Doesn't even need the break.
Habib's been watching Forrest Gump. He likes ping pong. Okay. Darts. You know, have you seen a live darts event, Habib? Too lit. Too legit to quit. And bowling. Now, I picked bowling because I just feel like my body type would be good for bowling. I'm a power guy. I can bowl. I can throw a ball really hard. It's a beer drinking sport. I guess darts is too, though. But I think I could get down with bowling. I think I could do it. What do you think, Matt? What was your pick? You picked disc golf.
Okay, no, I put disc. That was what inspired it. But
you have a really bad shoulder, though. I don't know if you can handle disc golf.
I have an awful shoulder, but here's the problem, though, with bowling. You ever seen the movie Kingpin?
Yeah,
Ernie McCracken.
I know of it, yeah.
And
I don't think I've seen
Bill
it.
Woody and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Absolute classic.
Well, and what's that?
Going around hustling guys for money to try and get to Reno, Nevada to get to the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Being a professional bowler, you remember the clip where the guy gets the strike to ending?
Of course.
Or what does he say?
Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am. Yeah.
That was absolutely
That's my kind of guy.
That was electric. So
That's my kind of guy.
If I had to, I'd be Ernie McCracken with the rose inside the ball, and I would just be hustling places for dollars. Yeah. Well, that's how you lose your hand, like Woody Harrelson did.
Spoiler alert, movies from 1988. Do you have the results?
So no, I was talking about Kingpin. You didn't give me enough time.
It's like you
this
don't.
is like when you set me up on TikTok for duets. You don't give me enough time.
What do you do here, Max?
Just the research. Sorry.
I'm joking because you wrote the script.
Trigger point.
The poll result. Here we go. Bowling got 33% of the votes. Darts got 27. Disc golf got 23, and Habib, you're all by yourself. Ping pong got 16% of the vote. So you might be the best athlete. You might be the best. There you go.
I like
Not very much competition, but bowling did get 33% of the vote. I don't know. I have me and bowling vibe. I feel like I'd vibe with bowling. We're gonna hit. Oh wait. We have something else to do before the break. Habib's coming in next. Habib, I promise you're going to get on the show eventually. We have a giveaway of 2 copies of MLB The Show. Max, do you have the names?
I have names.
I have one of the names. So our PS4 version is going to go to... Do we have a drum roll or anything?
We got it in the back. We got drum roll.
We got tribal drummers in the back.
We do.
Johnny Easthope. Johnny Easthope out of I think he's out of Calgary. He's out of Alberta. Johnny Easthope, you are the winner of the PlayStation 4 edition. The Xbox One edition, drum roll.
It's going to...
Now we'll show Max.
Our good man, Connor Enyon.
Connor Enyon
has won the Xbox
Regina.
From Regina, I believe.
From
Regina. I'll have
Regina.
to double check. It's been a while since I've touched base with Connor, but
so
the lucky winner of...
Johnny Easthope, Connor Enyon, you are our winners. Thank you for participating in the contest. We will be reaching out in various ways to get your information to send you these copies so you can start playing.
Appreciate everybody who participated.
Thank you, everybody.
It was a lot of fun.
Now, here's the big news of the day.
Here's the big news.
We got another contest for you.
I feel like Oprah right now. We're just giving away stuff.
You get a contest.
Prize. You get that one.
We only have one, though.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
this is a pretty good prize, though.
It's a pretty good prize. It's got a great value, unbelievable product, great company. It is. Oh, should I just say it and then we'll roll the video?
No. I think we roll the clip.
Here is the promo for what we are going to be giving away one of. Your choice. Here it is. Yes. Now that last one was great, but I can't tell you what team it was.
Was it that great though?
I liked it.
That was a great promo though. The guys at Wood Jerseys, whoever put that together, primo.
WoodJerseys.com, Wood Jerseys. Now, we talked about this with Ryan Leslie a couple weeks ago. Wood Jerseys is a great product, great for collectors, for sports fans. Hockey fans right now is kind of their big thing. I think they have upwards of 9 or 10 teams available right now because they're just getting started. This is almost like we're getting in on the ground level here.
You'll be one of the very few with a Wood jersey in your household.
These are quality pieces, quality wood, quality paint jobs, licensed. Everything's official. They got the details are nuts. So if you're a hockey fan, we're going to put up this contest, I don't know, tomorrow?
Likely tomorrow, yeah.
So you're going to want to get in on this. You're going to do the same thing we did with the MLB The Show. Instagram, Facebook, I think you can get double entries. Twitter, you can get a bonus entry if you retweet. So we're going to get Wood jerseys. Your choice. You pick. We'll announce it probably next week, I would think, on our show. Your choice of Wood jerseys. Go check out their website now, woodjerseys.com.
You know what? Let's do this. Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
Good idea here. We will announce the winner as soon as the Stanley Cup final is wrapped up. So if it goes 4, if it goes 7, whenever the final ends,
we'll run it until the cup final is over.
Until the cup is awarded, then somebody will be awarded a Wood jersey.
And then I can talk about the team I want to talk about at the same time.
And then you can talk about the team that you want to talk about that you're obsessing about and you just can't stop.
Guess what, everybody? We got a special guest, much better looking than Max, coming in after the break. Habib is here from Who Play Basketball. We're talking basketball after the break. See you soon.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Peterson Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Peterson Show today.
Everyday hoop life.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. IKS Live, the proud producer of The Rod Peterson Show and The Recovery Hour. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of time. Big time, big time, big time, big time. Big time.
All right, back in the studio, and we got Habib here from Hoop Life Basketball. He's back. Pull that mic in, Habib, if you don't mind. You might need that to talk so they can hear you.
All right, man.
Every time. No, he's been here before. He's a vet at this point. Habib, how are you doing, man?
I'm great.
Basketball's winding down the Final Four. We got a lot of. We'll talk about that in a sec. But how have you been enjoying it?
Like, it's everything I could imagine, but at the same time, it's kind of crappy without my Lakers in there. So
Right.
I just got to say that right off the bat.
That's been a storyline, though, is the teams that are remaining haven't won in a long time or at all.
Yeah.
Usually every year you got, the Lakers who have won 1 million trophies. You got teams that are done at the Spurs, teams like that. This year, no, not the same. This is a bunch of teams who have been kind of not forgotten about, but in recent years, not teams that have been considered contenders, and they're here. So let's get into the corner three. You want to get into the corner three right now? Because your topics are the teams that are left.
Yeah,
so let's do it. We got the corner three graphic, Alan and Jordan. Let's bring it up. Topic number one, the Clippers versus the Suns. Will Paul George stay consistent? What do you think? Clippers, Suns.
Who do you want me to talk about first? The Suns
Let's
or
go
the Clippers?
Let's go Clippers, because I know you like talking about the Clippers.
Okay. I just got to start by saying this. There's one basketball team in Los Angeles, and it's not the damn Clippers, man. My Lakers, that's it. I can't stand the Clippers. I hate them so much,
Right.
Like with a passion, man.
Yeah.
And
Because they're better than the Lakers.
no, that's
That's not why.
that's not.
I'm just bugging you.
I just can't stand Kawhi. I can't stand Paul George.
Yeah.
I swear to God, they want to be the bad boy Pistons so badly, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like the Walmart version of it. So this sucks. I just hate watching them. But yeah, like I'm so surprised that they made it this far. Obviously, this is what happens when the Lakers aren't in there. So
Somebody's got to make it.
somebody got to be in there.
Suns in 4, though. What do you think? Suns in 4. No, that's just the thing, the
Yeah.
guy. But this overall, the Phoenix Suns, they've been impressing lately. They're here for a reason. What do you think about the Suns?
I'm so surprised. Chris Paul is a leader, and Devin Booker's a stud, and DeAndre Ayton. Like, they got the right
a great
piece.
trio.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And they just complement each other. So I just jumped on the bandwagon right now. So I'm a
Purple. It makes sense,
A little
right?
bit, right?
It's kind of the same color scheme. Let's bring up the graphic again here. No Trae Young. Trae Young's not playing for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Big deal. So tell me about that series.
So screw the ref. First of all, that hurt him. I fell in love with Trae Young. Just how much, just he has balls, man. He's not scared of anyone. The whole New York when they're saying F Trae Young or whatever, he's soaking that in. So for a small guy like that to be that tough, so you gotta tip your hat off to him. But yeah, he's out now, so like Lou Will has to step up. I think I just checked the score; they were up by like 12 points.
Ooh.
So hopefully they can kind of keep going that. But no, man, like I'm excited. Every time Trae Young is doing good, that talk comes with like, did the Mavs screw up?
Right. I was just gonna say. So did the Hawks win the Doncic Trae Young trade?
I don't know, man. Luka's a baller, so like you just gotta
pretty good.
You just gotta just take it with a grain of salt. But I'm excited to see what Trae Young will be. Like people say he's the next Steph or whatever it is, but this kid got balls, man.
He's great.
He's
really good on NBA 2K.
100%.
Really good pickup on NBA 2K.
He's a glitch, man. He's a glitch.
Let's bring up that graphic again. This is something I always like hearing about, the lottery picks for the draft. The draft is closer than we think. It's just around the corner. What do you think? Who are you looking at right now in terms of lottery picks for this year's draft?
Yeah, no.
Because the Raptors get the 4th pick.
They do.
So if you're a Toronto Raptors fan, 4th overall pick to the Raptors. Pistons won it. They got first.
Yeah.
Who second?
It goes Rockets.
Oh, look at this. Allen's on the ball.
Yeah, there you go. Rockets, Cavs, and the Raptors. Like the top 4, I'm pretty sure is pretty locked in. Like everybody can agree on that. Like Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State, a 6'8" point guard. He's just unreal. He's shooting over like 42% from the 3-point line.
Okay, so I was going to say, not Ben Simmons, though.
No, not Ben Simmons.
Different type of guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it, he's not talking to any other teams but the Detroit Pistons. So you already know his mindset, and I'm pretty sure they're talking a bit behind closed doors. Second has to Evan Mobley from USC.
Yeah,
definitely going to the Rockets after they lose out on James Harden. They need someone to come and pick it up. This guy's a 7-footer, and they were saying he's like the next big man other than Zion that came to this draft.
Okay.
And to be honest, like he has like a +3 wingspan, so he's gonna definitely contribute. I think the third to Cavs, probably Jalen Green from the G League Knight.
Right. Yeah.
And he's nasty too.
Yeah.
And then the 4th, which I'm actually kind of excited about, but gets me questioning what's going to happen with Kyle Lowry, because Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga.
Oh, Allen. You said a different name, didn't you, Allen? He was thinking of a different guy, too, in that top 5. So I don't know, Allen, maybe you can comment or send us something, whoever you're thinking. But, okay, so tell me about him, because point guard.
Yeah, point guard. So he's definitely going to complement Fred. But Kyle Lowry got that player option. So, like, I don't know if they're in rebuild mode right now. So, like, they might have to get rid of him, but he'll be such a great addition to the team, and he showed it in the tournament, like hitting that big game winner, especially. So he tells you he got guts. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen, to be honest.
So you mentioned Kyle Lowry. The Raptors. We're going into overtime. Bonus points here. The Raptors are bring it up. This was the second one, but I'm going to bring it up now because actually I kind of want to tie it in with the Ben Simmons trade rumor. So Philadelphia loses in terrible fashion, and Philadelphia fans took it very nicely. No, they didn't. They hate it. They're mad.
Yo, they don't care, man.
No, they're mad. So they want everybody gone. They want Simmons gone. I don't know about Embiid. He's pretty good, but they want changes in Philadelphia. Kyle Lowry's from Philadelphia. There was rumors he might go to the 76ers. I've heard, now this isn't official, but I've heard people talking about Lowry for Simmons, a swap of some kind. Now, I'm not saying it's happening, just saying I heard some people talking about it. I don't think it's fair given the age difference. Just a swap. There'd have to be way more involved. But then I've heard a rumor just the other day. We just talked about it a second ago before we came on air. Siakam and OG to the Warriors for Wiseman, Wiggins, and picks.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if the Raptors just go out and swap for Simmons, Wiggins, Wiseman, they have Van Vliet, they have whoever else they keep, Aaron Baines. But that'd be a rebuild right there. That's your rebuild. So I don't know. I don't know if that's all happening. That's a lot of conjecture and rumors. But first of all, let's go with the Raptors. What do you think? Are they going to make some moves, or are they going to try to keep going with the team they got?
They definitely need to make some moves.
Pull that mic in a little bit closer to you. There, you're good.
Right there. Definitely need to make some moves. Because, like, like, I say this all the time, man. You got a whole country behind you,
Yeah.
so like you need some rings right now. Like they've been rebuilding since they started, and they won one championship back in 2019. So I'm excited if Siakam goes to Golden State. Golden State's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Like, Steph's getting a little bit old, and Klay's coming back, so they need to start winning. So, but for the Raptors, I think just having those pieces, and if Ben Simmons goes to, that's
a whole revamp of your roster.
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
that's 3 of your starting 5.
yeah, and then picking up Jalen Suggs like the 4th pick, like that's
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's something.
that-
Maybe the 4th pick would be involved though.
probably.
Would you think?
I guess, yeah.
If you're trading Lowry, let's say
Especially
it's
Ben
Lowry
Simmons,
for
yeah.
Simmons. Would it
Yeah.
be Lowry in the 4th for Simmons?
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
something like that.
And like everybody's just on Ben Simmons, man. But like, guy can hoop, bro. Like I love his game minus his. He just doesn't shoot. Even Kobe says this. This guy needs to develop a jump shot. And off season, that's all he does is just shoot the damn ball like
Yeah.
every time. But when it comes to game time, he just flops. So
I think if he had some really established shooters around him, that might help his game out a little bit because he is a
Probably,
good
yeah.
distributor. He's
Yeah.
good at passing the ball.
Yeah.
He's good defensively.
yeah, and he'll feed off their energy too. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely.
that's
They need to
interesting.
surround some shooters. Can we go back to that Clippers
Yeah.
topic?
No,
I gotta say something, man.
yeah, take it.
Kawhi Leonard. Can I just say
Yes,
how much
you
of
can.
a piece of shit he is? Like, what is your deal?
Don't get any ideas, Roddy. I see you back there thinking you're going to come out here.
Man, like, sit with your damn team. He's
yeah.
going to sit in the box and, like, what kind of lead? He's not even a leader. I can't even say that. But
But he hit the shot against the 76ers, and therefore I love him forever unconditionally.
Man, it doesn't do justice whatsoever.
Fair.
He's not a leader, man, and like that whole team is toxic as hell. And I just had to say it right now. I hate Kawhi Leonard.
Clip it. We'll put it on Twitter. No, that's perfect. Last one for you, and then I want to talk hoop life with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who out in the NBA right now? Maybe I mentioned this before, but a team maybe not in the playoffs, or maybe a team that didn't do well in the playoffs, but bright future. Who's that team right now to look forward to in the next few years? Maybe a young team, or maybe they have a star who hasn't broken through yet, or somebody like that.
I definitely would have to go with New Orleans Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
Yeah, like
Zion.
They just need to give him like one more year. Just really figure out his body.
Yeah.
Really figure out the game, and he will show you why he's the number 1 draft pick, why he's that guy. I hope Lonzo stays.
That's kind of the big part of that team right now.
Because he's so good, man. Everybody's just all about LaMelo right now. It's like, oh, LaMelo this, LaMelo that, but Lonzo is the guy. So I really hope he stays because Brandon Ingram is gonna need him. Like they just have the right pieces, man. And so they just need to find a coach that vibes with them, that gets their game, and I think they're the next team up. Like if they don't win a chip in the next 2-3 years, man, I don't know what to say.
I like it. I like the idea. So last time you were here, we made a massive announcement. Your facility. How has that been going? The Hoop Life facility, which is close by.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So how's that been going so far?
It's been awesome, man. Since I guess we made the big announcement on SquadCast.
Yeah,
Shout out to
3
you
weeks
guys.
ago, I guess. Yeah.
The community's support has been tremendous, man. Like all the way from
There it
my
is.
next door
We still have
neighbor.
pictures.
Yeah, exactly. All the way from my next door neighbor to all the way up to the premier congratulating us and just giving us a shout out. So we're overwhelmed with the love and the support. So it's just our turn to deliver now. Construction's on the way, and we just can't wait to be in our own building.
Absolutely.
But until then, though, we got summer camps live right now. Next Monday, this upcoming July 5th, that's when summer camp starts.
Nice.
We got morning camps, afternoon camps, and evening sessions. So we got a ball happening.
Spots available? Can people still?
Yeah, like
sign in,
they're
log
filling
in?
up a little bit quicker than we're expecting.
Yeah,
but like
good.
Yeah, which is good. But
HoopLifeBasketball.com.
Register.
Find out.
Yeah.
Squad 10 promo
Squad
code.
10, yeah.
10%. So that's great. What else you got going on this summer? Anything big?
The biggest thing, man, we're excited about we've renewed our partnership with the Saskatchewan Rattlers.
Nice.
So we're just
And they're firing up, too. They just started their season.
Exactly. So that's I'm excited for that. Like, I think they got a game on I want to say the 12th. So Monday's the home game.
Yeah.
So all the guys are kind of excited to go.
Are they open to watch? Can you go watch?
Yeah. Well, like, I guess the restrictions get all lifted
11th.
on the 11th, right?
So are they open? Do you know? Are they open?
They are open. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they'll still have some little bit protocols and stuff like that. But like, yeah,
I gotta go.
Dude, you gotta come with us, man.
Raul, I know you. I see you, Raul. I need to get some tickets. We'll talk. But thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
this has been great.
Yeah.
Biggest Clippers fan. I mean, nope.
Yo, look, I'll do this right now.
Let's do it.
If the Clippers win,
what are we doing?
Even if they make it to the finals,
you're gonna get a tattoo or something on your butt or something like that.
Chill. My mom would kill me, man.
Okay.
If they win, actually, if they make it to the finals, I'm gonna go order a Paul George and Kawhi Leonard jersey. Next time I'm here, that's what I'm
gonna wear a Clippers jersey.
Man.
There we go. You said it. It's booked.
They're not gonna win.
You can't take it back now.
Bunch of bums, bro.
Perfect. Habib, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for
Always
having me,
love
man.
it. We'll chat again in a few weeks, and good luck with the facility. I know there's a lot going on. Still a lot of progress, but you guys will crush it. So
appreciate you, bro.
We'll see you next time.
Awesome.
All right. After the break, I'm taking off. We got a couple of rowdy poos over there who are making some noise, and Max is going to be coming in my spot. We got Brandon and Chris coming in from RBI Regina coming up after the break.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Peterson Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Peterson Show today.
Everyday hoop life.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. IKS Live, the proud producer of The Rod Peterson Show and The Recovery Hour. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar Buying Group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of crime. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Excuse me while I just get used to this seat. This is odd. This chair feels bigger for some reason. It feels bigger. Anyways, we're knocking out producer Clark for a segment here because we want to talk some baseball. We want to talk some numbers with some guys that actually, do some research on the game, and subtle shot at Clark there. Good stuff. Either way, we've got our next guest coming in from RBI Regina, baseball and softball training. Think I nailed it, right, boys?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
We don't know what to do with our hands. We'll figure it out as we go along, hey? We'll work it out together. Welcoming in Brandon Rodmacher, Chris Unterreiner from RBI Regina, baseball and softball training. Boys, how are we doing tonight?
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful.
We're doing well. How are you?
Doing well?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm happy to be here.
A little sunburnt there, Roddy, hey?
I just like to be outside a little bit.
You just like to be outside a little bit. Well, you know what? Before we get into the baseball talk, boys, I wanted to talk with you. Obviously, you guys are passionate about the game of ball. You guys are pretty well-known, renowned coaches around this area, which is fantastic. But you're also some pretty avid fishermen. How's the water treating you to start this summer, boys?
Well, the water's doing pretty well. It's getting warm.
It's getting warm.
The walleyes starting to bite, so
Good,
pretty
good.
happy. Coach Rod's good.
Biggest wally so far, Roddy?
10 pounds, 29 inches, so.
Nice. Chris?
He's got the big one. I got 28 and a half.
Okay, so you're
9
close.
pounds, so he's got me beat so far.
A lot of summer left, though, to get that dialed in, right?
Yeah.
A lot of summer left.
that's
That's
right.
good stuff. Well, we'll transition over to baseball here, fellas. Roddy, I kind of wanted to pose this question to you here. Obviously, we kind of had a bit of a momentous occasion a few weeks ago. We had our boy Ross Stripling on.
Yep.
Who's having a bit of a run for the Jays. I don't know if anybody knows this. Since Ross was on the SquadCast here, I think he's like to the tune of something like 4-1, sub-3 RA. He's an absolute stud. Little SquadCast bump. SquadCast bump. Either way, Roddy, I wanted to talk to you about, I guess, your time as a pitcher. Do you ever remember a season where you made some, I guess, mid-season adjustments with a pitching coach that led to a drastic turnaround for you or like further domination? Dave Peters Athletics probably, hey? Summer of 2011?
That just throws me back. Oh, goodness. I love the athletic days. I don't know, but I think the big thing is it made a big change in my game. I mean, it wasn't from, I was a pitching coach for sure, but I think it was more, the psych coach. My pitching coach was a big psych guy, big mental guy. I think that makes a big difference, especially at the high level, to kind of like play and, actually get back to the basics of why you play baseball is to have fun, kind of get to, instead of putting a lot of pressure on yourself, because I'm a big pressure guy. So I love pressure, but you also got to be able to hone that stuff in. So, I know the big thing is, the athletic days. I know us lefties we're always pretty close, but I mean, just developing it through the pitching coaches and stuff and understanding what other people do and what works for them and find a way that works best for you is the big thing. So that's one of the big things I took away from just being a coach now and learning from one of the best pitching coaches I've had in my whole career. So.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Absolutely. And I guess maybe sticking on pitching a little bit, a good segue into our next topic here. What do you make of the sticky stuff that's obviously dominated headlines around the major leagues this year? And we'll get your opinion too on it, Chris. But from the pitcher's standpoint, what do you think about the sticky stuff?
Well, the first things first, where was that when I played? It would have been nice to know.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
I mean, all I heard about it, I was like, wow, that would have been pretty cool to have an extra foot move on my baseball when I threw it. Because, I mean, I had so much tail on my baseball to begin with. But I don't know. I've been kind of looking for it just to kind of see what it feels like, what it does kind of thing. But, I mean, it's a part of the game. There's always people looking for advantages. I mean, as much as we don't, a lot of the stuff going on. But it's part of it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are trying to hunt for it, trying to have that advantage, and there's people it's a part of sports. You just got to power through it. So I don't know from a catcher standpoint, from me and Chris being pitcher-catcher duos. I don't know what his opinion, but I mean, for me, I wish I had it. I wish I could have tried it, and probably wouldn't have used all the time because I probably wouldn't control the baseball. But besides that, I don't know. It's decent, I guess. So.
Well, absolutely. I guess, Chris, maybe going to like catching a guy, you played a pretty high level of ball. I'm sure maybe you've come across some stuff. Maybe it wasn't the renowned spider tack that we're seeing, but was there a big difference catching a guy that was maybe using something a little bit extra versus not? Or what was your experience?
Absolutely. Just to kind of lead on what Brandon said, control.
Yeah.
I've had many occasions catching Brandon where he maybe could have used it. Just kidding, buddy. No, so I've caught hundreds of pitchers, and I only know a handful that admitted to using something, even just as simple as rosin and sunscreen. We were talking before we got on here with Tyler Glasnow, how that was his go-to. And actually, one of the pitchers that I played with the Regina Red Sox, I believe he grew up with Glasnow, so maybe that was something that he was a Tampa Bay guy, a Florida guy, and that was one of his go-tos, and he had some of the best command. He had like 5 pitches that he could throw whenever he wanted, however he wanted, and as far as from a hitting standpoint, obviously we talked about just as a catcher being able to control it, but as a hitter, I'm sure a lot of those guys are now thinking, okay, I got a guy throwing mid to upper 90s and he doesn't know where it's going. Admittedly doesn't know where it's going now. Yeah. And he doesn't have that sticky stuff to help it. I bet you everybody's just playing a little bit tighter now. Yeah. Just because you don't know where it's coming.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I guess so that you guys can have the chance to, I guess, clear names or whatever it is. A couple of renowned members of the Regina Trappers out here. There's none of that stuff in the Trappers dugout, is there?
No, none of that. We are legit, 100% legit, nothing.
Well, you certainly weren't using the sticky stuff, buddy. That's for sure.
That's right.
You were just sticking your ass to the bench after that outing, but that's okay. Well, either way, Chris, you're wearing the Jays gear tonight. We talked about it a little bit before you came on. It's hard not to talk about the Jays without talking about Vladdy this year, right? Yep. And I guess Clark and I have our opinions on him electing not to participate in this year's home run derby. But you guys being fellow fans of the game, what are your guys' individual opinions on Vladdy electing to forego this, I guess, highly publicized event in the summer in a year where he's having career highs in all aspects on the power side?
Well, from a hitting standpoint, how often, if you go back, think about how many guys come off the All-Star break that were in the home run derby that all of a sudden, they're streaking all the way through to the midway season, and then they come back and they slump for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where all of a sudden they're pulling every ball or they're popping every ball up. Obviously, there's something mechanical going on where they're just going... It's their last round of BP every day, right? Where they're just trying to hit bombs to left center or right down the line. That's what the home run derby is. Exactly. Obviously for him, I would assume that would go a long way for his confidence, just even being in that conversation. His numbers, he belongs there. For sure. And, he's going to be a starter in the game itself. Mm-hmm. But I think just knowing that he's going to be in the mix as a home run derby guy, that goes a long way enough for his confidence. He doesn't actually need to participate, I don't think.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my opinion.
Absolutely. Roddy, what do you think, bud?
I think, I don't know, it's like Chris said, it's pretty tough to come out being doing so well, and all of a sudden, it's great to see all those home runs, but he has a routine and things that he does every day that probably got to where where he's at today. That's the big thing. The guy played summer ball and I think at Dominican Republic summer all winter. So he built that through all the winter program, what he did to get where he is today to be ahead of the game. Because, his first year at the Jays, he's light and day compared to what he's right now.
Absolutely.
But, he also needs that time, too. I think just because the Jays are going to realize they're doing fairly well. They got the guys they need, and they can make a run for it if they want to. And it takes one little home run derby to really throw it off, and all of a sudden he's out for 3 games and they lose 3 games. He makes that big difference in a ball game with a home run with guys on base. That's the big thing with him. So I think it's a pretty professional choice for him just to kind of his career, and he can do it down the road too, I think. So
yeah, putting the team first, right? Yeah. Absolutely. And I guess again, going back to the evolution of Vladdy, and again, you guys being in this space, right? You guys are kind of the premier destination in all of Saskatchewan, at least in our opinion anyways, for baseball training. And I guess a lot of it kind of gets left to the side of training, right? We see it at the pro level with Vlad Guerrero Jr. Just how important is it to maybe take your off season seriously, doing the work outside of the baseball and really putting that time into the gym side and I guess, again, just keeping yourself in good shape and seeing what kind of results it can lead to. It's got to be setting a good example for a lot of kids to kind of be able to point to the guy on Canada's team saying, hey, here's what he did last year, but if you take your off-season program seriously, here's what you can achieve. Just maybe can you speak to that a little bit about how important that side of your operation is at RBI?
I think Chris could start with that, but, I could talk about more of the pitching stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, we've talked about Vladdy for, all the hype the last 3 years, but this year implementing our what we'll call our legitimate strength training program this offseason with Paul Vogelsang, which most of the guys around here know that dude. He's a
pretty strong dude.
Yeah, exactly. He knows what he's doing, and the number of times that Vladdy's come up in conversation, just like you said, as reference, like, hey guys, like here's a perfect example of a player that saw probably the lowest of his career to now. Obviously, take a look at his numbers. The dude's hitting like 345. I think he's got 2 more knocks tonight. Like, he's playing like what everybody's saying, the future Hall of Famer he is. Absolutely. Right? And you said it starts in the weight room. I've had parents come up to me for years saying, okay, if I'm going to start one thing in October leading to next spring's program, what should it be? should it be pitching, hitting, catching, fielding? I said it should be weight training. And the weight training you start, well, really you shouldn't stop, but if you're going to start something, start it in the fall, work it all the way through until the spring, and then start to sprinkle in the other training programs, whether it's the hitting, the fielding, the catching, the pitching. But if you have that foundation built and those good habits that are starting to be created at the young age, 12, 13 years old in the weight room, I mean, these kids are addicted to the weight room now.
Absolutely.
And being able to watch the example on TV, it's not just Vladdy, it's all these guys, but it's just the perfect example to say, hey, you can be that and you can be great, or you can, bust your backside in the weight room and throw some weights around and you're already pretty solid, just wait. And we're seeing all these kids. I'm getting updates from all of our parents saying like, yeah, there's another bomb, there's another double, there's another 4-for-5 game, there's another 8 strikeout game. Like it's nonstop. And it's not because of the skills that we're giving them on the turf.
Right.
It is.
Of course.
But it's them in the weight room getting stronger, moving cleaner.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's that additional work, right? And I tell you what, Chris, you've got a massive fan in the comment section tonight. Nick Grimm saying Chris is the best catcher I've ever seen.
Clark knows Nick. Yeah.
He also says, let him use the sticky stuff. So we got an opinionated man right in there.
Yes.
And Donna Berger chimes in with kind of my next point here. She says, love watching the young guys playing great on the Jays. And I guess, again, this is speaking to all the students that have come through your program this winter. Obviously, it's been a pretty tumultuous year in what everybody's gone through, but especially what the kids have gone through in your guys' program. Just how awesome is it, Chris, as you alluded to be receiving those text messages saying, hey, there's another bomb, there's another double, just being back on the field this year. How excited are you for the work that your kids have put in, and additionally just seeing the work that you guys are doing in the community to bring the next wave of talent up, being able to put it back out in a game situation here in Regina and all over the province, really?
What do you got? You got something there.
Well,
How does it feel?
it feels, I just walked through the ballpark the other day and I saw a lot of people, a lot of kids, that been there all winter and put in the work. And you get to see them in action, and you can see how the skills that we worked on, just even on the mound, and the things that we worked on continuously through. It was tough already with the pandemic and everything, but also, it was a good opportunity for a lot of the people that came through the door to work on those things, and you start seeing it put into action.
Absolutely.
And just to touch on that weight training, like that made my career in high school. Just the little things, just that really got you to where you need to be. It doesn't take much, and people, if you put in the work 3 times a week, and you take care of, you see a lot of kids have been at RBI for such a long time, and they're so sound with their mechanics, but that little bit of work they put in the weight room with Paul and the strides are huge.
Yeah.
And you see it every lesson. Won't be there for 1 week. The next week they're hitting a PR, and that just doesn't go that's from them putting in the work.
Absolutely.
And buying into what the program. And it's so kudos to Paul. He's putting some hard work with those kids, and you see it in the atmosphere in there is pretty awesome. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. I don't know. You walk through a ballpark now, it's just like, yeah, we're back to action. We had that weird little lull there, but we're back. So it's nice to see that. So
yeah.
Hey, Chris, it's nice to be back, eh?
It's nice to be back.
Can't put it any better than that. We're back, right? And that's just, and again, from a standpoint of, again, obviously we're really excited that the Jays are back in full swing. Obviously not back in Toronto yet, but just to see that the local leagues and youth baseball is back at it in full swing, it's just fantastic to see. And again, just the work that they've been putting in over the last 15 months, hopefully they're feeling rewarded in all aspects of it, in and around the ballpark and all the other sports that they're getting to play as well too. But I guess to kind of, before we go back to local baseball, I want to talk about the Jays one more time here with you boys. We had a trade today. We had a trade to announce. What do you guys break down? We have another lefty bat coming in the lineup. We've got some sorely needed relief pitching in Mr. Simber coming in. Simber, Clark?
I'm going with Simber.
Okay, if the pronunciation's wrong, we're going to blame Clark.
Simber.
Simber.
It's not
Kimber, yeah.
Maybe Kimber. I don't know.
We like Simber.
Anyway.
Sounds like
Simber
Simba.
to us.
Simber to us. We like
Simber
it.
to us.
He's pitching to the tune of a 2.88 ERA in Miami.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of the move? Are you excited, or do you think it's the first of many to come before the trade deadline for the Jays?
Well, from a pitching guy, it's what we needed. We needed a guy that throws 87, 88 from, down here.
The old Chad Bradford
as
angle,
a catcher, Chris, he'd probably say, hey, probably not, because his thumb would be gone. But for me, I love it. I feel bad for a catcher, because, you watch the highlights. I watched the brief highlights today of this guy, and then it's like, I remember seeing him play too. And this is a guy that he'll come in and shut things down, and also you bring it to their horses at the end. You know, it's like kind of that middle piece they kind of needed. They have the back end. The guys have been performing, but he's that guy's like, okay, well, if you're stuck in a 6th, 7th inning, okay, throw him in and bridge it. You know, that's the thing. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a catcher for him. I mean, I can never be a catcher because I'm a lefty, but besides, that's what, you know, that's O'Day. O'Day in his prime when he played for Baltimore there.
That's right.
He was, guys didn't want to face him.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to face that either. So
had a lot of, I guess, famous at bats with Jose Bautista back in the day, and a lot of battles, anyways, between him and Mr. Darren O'Day. So yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah.
No, that's Chris. Do you got some thoughts on the move?
The signing another lefty bat is good. An outfielder is going to put them in a little bit of a pickle. I know that there's been names being thrown around at the trade deadline. I think I saw today Teoscar Hernandez is one of those names that's been kind of being floated around. I think somebody's going to come out and might be disappointed that they're moving off of this team. Yeah. But, you know, they need another bat. They need another lefty. They've got a ton of solid righty sticks in the outfield. But, you know, now that Springer's hopefully, knock on wood, healthy.
Absolutely. We're all doing
there's another bat. Yeah, it'll be interesting what they're going to do with having that log jam in the outfield, especially when he comes back healthy, because their new trade, he's got a bad foot. He's on the DL right now.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, the righty they brought in there, Simber, 86.7 mile an hour average fastball, a rising slider. I mean, you see it all the time, and you talk to guys coming up at the higher levels, and they'd rather see velocity that's flat than a guy that just kind of thumbs the ball over, and he's got balls that's moving this way, up, down. Like, you just don't see that. So I think, like Brandon touched on, that's going to bridge that gap that they need. But they still need at least one more solid shutdown guy in the bullpen, and absolutely a starter. They can swing it. I mean, they're at the top of almost every offensive category you can name.
Absolutely.
But you need pitching. I mean, you're not going to hit your way to a championship. You can get damn close, but you need pitching.
Oh, we've seen countless examples of it, right?
Yep.
In 2016, or 2015, 16, whatever it was, the Royals, right? The three-headed monster out of the back end of the pen that was able to shut teams down. And like you alluded to, Chris, that's exactly kind of what this team needs to really take that next step forward. Like you said, they've got the bats, but it's a matter of, okay, where do they go from here in terms of finalizing the championship caliber pieces? But before we move to one more question on the Jays, Jacob Naval says, when is Unty going to bring his baseball team to Monterey to play some real baseball? You can answer Jacob for us.
I saw Jacob. We took a team, oh my goodness, when we were down, it would be 2 years ago, we went down to San Francisco area. I think we were in Napa 2 or 3 years ago. And yeah, I hung out with a few of the former teammates down in Monterey, and I had mentioned that we're gonna be trying to figure out a way to get down to that Central Coast in Monterey and play some games. So I think now that things are opening back up, that might have to be a consideration.
I like
selfish trip to go down and see the boys again.
Oh, absolutely.
Brandon was down in that way too. So we'll probably have to bring him too.
Absolutely. Well, you guys got a lot more fond memories of it anyways. My biggest memory of Monterey was we sat down for a lunch on our way to San Jose, I think it was, if that makes sense along that track. Dove into a nice bread bowl, clam chowder soup. That's probably where the old post-retirement
on
carbs
the wharf,
came in.
Probably,
Yep, absolutely. She's a beautiful area, so
there,
hopefully you guys get a chance to get back down in there.
Right.
But I got one more question for you boys before we touch on what's going on at RBI. And being coaches yourselves. Being coaches yourselves, it's kind of one of those, I guess, maybe a bit of a biased take here, an opinion, but obviously it's all over Twitter, it's all over Facebook, it's all over Instagram. Everybody wants to blame Charlie right now for a lot of these losses that have piled up, for maybe that have been on the bullpen, maybe they've been on decisions from the management perspective. From the dugout, how much do you guys make of, is this on Charlie or is this on the guys holding the baseball to get the outs that they need? What do you guys think of Charlie Montoyo's job thus far in this season?
I think he's done pretty well. I think there's a lot of inexperience there that guys need to be more exposed to those big games, exposed to those different scenarios. I mean, there's only so much you can do as a manager. Yeah, you can do all these things, but it comes down to your experience level. I mean, they have some guys that can do it, but I mean, there's only so much you can do unless you actually put in that situation. I mean, you do it once, do it a couple times, and you kind of get to figure it out. And I mean, as a coach, you have to be put in those situations. That's where you learn the best, right? You know, being told and all these things, it's like, sure, yeah, okay, go in there and throw strikes. Yeah, sure. But you have to go out there and figure out yourself a little bit. You know, it's more of a individual thing, I think, in that bullpen. I think they're going to be fine. And I think, you know, Charlie's going to be able to steer the ship in the right direction, you can say. It's just getting those guys, those reps, and getting those guys, those more big game feels. I mean, that's going to be the big thing. So that's
Absolutely.
What do you think, hey, Chris?
Yeah. No, you hit it right there. It's Major League Baseball. I mean, those guys are in their position because they belong there. The manager is doing what he's given. I mean, he's given this roster of guys, and he's doing everything he can. Sure, where there's some decisions that, you know, could be critiqued. You know, could he have gone to Romero, you know, earlier, you know, in the 8th to shut it down versus go to a bridge guy? Sure, but these guys, they're big leaguers. You know, their job is to get outs, and he's got to give them credit. He also needs to keep guys in there, even if they're struggling, because you can't just all of a sudden say, nope, you're not pitching anymore, because then you might as well just release the guy. But they're not in the position to do that right now. So he's got the roster he's got, and he's been doing a well enough job. Sure, you could break him a little bit, but no, once they get a few more guys in the right place, get the right personnel, I think they're going to be in good shape.
Clark, I knew we liked these guys for a reason. They're exactly on the same wavelength we are with it. So they're smart guys. SMRT, right?
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, what's up at RBI right now? Obviously, the season's in full swing. What have you guys got going on at your facility right now?
At the facility, we have some renovations going on.
Renovations going on. Okay, right on.
So,
what do the renos look like?
So we have our hit track system there. That's the first one in Saskatchewan. And during the restrictions, obviously we were open the entire way through. We had all of our divided up spaces. We talked about kind of one of the shows, 2 or 3 sessions ago. And we had our hit tracks in our bullpen space, which made sense before restrictions. And then when we had to divide up our spaces, our pitchers were hogging the bullpen, hitters were out in the main lane, and we never had access to, you know, the foundation of our hitting program. So we've done a little bit of rejigging, and we've moved it into one of our other spaces. So we're currently hammering away at that.
Gotcha.
But we've been out on the field quite a bit. So
Awesome.
we've got some contracts in place with the various teams in the city here for baseball. And we're out working with the various age groups, and we're just running practices, helping out coaches, supporting them on field, just because obviously they've done so much for us on the turf. So yeah, it's good to see the kids in action, but actually get a chance to work with them on field as well. So that's a big thing. We got a couple camps, a couple clinics. We're going to be hitting the road, doing some things here in the middle of summer. But as always, summertime is a little bit quieter. We've got prep work going for our fall programs now. So it's a little bit more of the behind the scenes stuff for me personally, aside from being on the field a little bit, but just kind of getting things. You know, we're 2.5 months away from our fall program starting, which is crazy to think that we're already there.
Right.
But come end of August, it's going to be go time. So, and then September all the way back around, we're going to be rolling again.
It just keeps going. I tell you what, just don't let Tanner ring near too many of those kids. I mean, I don't want careers ruined before they start. Tanner knows I'm just kidding. That's my guy. Tanner, you're my guy, just bugging you, my friend. Guys, I got one more hypothetical for you here before we end off tonight anyway. Your guys' dream acquisition for a postseason run for the Jays this year. Obviously, a bunch of names have been bandied about. Who's the guy, if you're Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro, who are you getting on the phone with? Who are you acquiring for a deep postseason run?
Who's the best starting pitcher?
Yeah, honestly, I was listening to think. I was like,
Those Maxes are pretty good.
maybe Scherzer. I don't know. I would say, hey, get me a starter.
Yeah.
Get me.
Get me a starter.
I don't care who it is. Just get me a starter, because you need that top guy.
Sure.
I mean, the first thing that came to my head when he said that was kind of funny. Was that R.A. Dickey trade when they traded Noah? Was it guard? Yeah, Syndergaard.
Noah Syndergaard.
Yeah, it was like part of that trade, and I was like, wow, that would have been nice to have him, But that was the first thing that came to my head. And I was just like, okay. But
So no more knuckleballers. We're not going after a knuckleballer.
I don't.
Gotcha.
It was fun. Well, yeah, it was great.
We got the
awesome.
Sidewinder now. No more unorthodox pitching styles or deliveries.
Hey, I'm all about the funk, but you know what?
right.
We need something that throws hard, and we'll be. But we'll be able to. I don't know. We just need a starter. That's all I gotta say. I'll be get me a starter. I don't care. Throws 95 plus. Would be nice a lefty, but just give me a starter.
Good stuff.
That's the only thing that comes in my head. Get a starter.
Get a starter.
Yeah. No,
Hunty?
I absolutely agree. Get a starter.
Gotcha.
I think you could probably get that from about 99.9% of the Blue Jays fans in the country is get another starter. We've got the bats. We need the arms. Get another starter. Whoever it is, somebody legit. Give us a number one. That way Ryu can be the 1B that he is.
The 1B that he is.
Because he's not a 2. He's a 1, but we need another, 1 plus.
Complimentary piece.
A 1A.
I love it there, guys.
Yeah.
Well, boys, thanks a ton for coming in tonight. I really hope you guys enjoy the weather. If you have a little bit of a break now anyways from the behind-the-scenes stuff, hope you continue to get to enjoy the fishing weather that we're going to have in Saskatchewan over the next couple of weeks here. But again, thanks so much for coming in. We hope to chat soon. And before we go to our final segment tonight, we want to ask you, are you guys looking for a way to improve your skills on the baseball diamond? We got the two guys right here running the premier facility in the province. Talk to them over at RBI Regina Baseball and Softball Training. They're the guys, they're the gals, they're the staff to get you to that next level. So we'll come back for a quick four segment. Once again, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys after the break.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Peterson Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Peterson Show today.
Everyday hoop life.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. IKS Live, the proud producer of The Rod Peterson Show and The Recovery Hour. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
I'm back. Max is just walking in with the surprise because I just typed in a comment. Alan, I don't know if you can see the comment to put it in, But happy birthday to Alan, the producer and / intern. Max, we brought treats.
Because Alan is a guy worthy of. Should we bring him out here?
Yeah, Alan, come on out.
Alan, come on out, buddy. This is
Jordan,
your moment.
can you spare Alan for a minute or two?
I'll go do Alan's job. Just kidding.
No, sit here. No. You have Alan can just come out by the flamingos. There we go. Alan, happy birthday, buddy. You turned what? 45? We talked about this earlier today. Pretty old. Yeah, I thought so. We got you treats of pizza and some DQ sandwiches.
You can't leave until you eat them all.
Yeah, you got to eat them all. So we're going to film it. We're going to see how long it takes you. Okay, awesome. Alan, happy birthday. We got some comments coming in. Happy birthday, Alan. Make sure you guys send happy birthday to Alan in the comments, please.
For all the kids watching tonight, this is a shining example of work ethic. It's his birthday.
Yeah, and he's
here working. This is the dude right here. Alan, thank you very much for everything that you do, buddy. Again, we just want to make sure that we show our appreciation to you in any way that we can. We absolutely love having you, buddy. You're an integral part of the team.
Nick Grimm says happy birthday from California.
California.
Gavin, my TikTok friend, says hi, Clark. Happy birthday to Alan. Absolutely. So, Alan, we'll scarf this down after the show. Get back to your cage. No, I'm kidding. Alan, we love you, buddy.
So now we're really on the clock.
Now we're on the
ice
clock.
Cream melting right in front of
I
our eyes.
have ice cream in the car.
I
Seen
can't
the
say
episode of
that.
The Office?
The Office?
Yeah, I got an ice cream cake in the car. God damn it, Phyllis. Oh, The Office gets me every time.
I was going to say I had a better line from The Ringer, but that's an after dark kind of reference on that.
We'll talk about that after the show. Myron, my good other TikTok friend, Myron is saying happy birthday, Alan, as well.
Good stuff.
Max, I don't know, what do we want to wrap up the show with, man? This has been I feel like this has been a really fun show because we could just
ton of fun.
We could just talk. We went a little bit longer on some of our topics. Now, here's the thing, you guys. You have to understand. Once Max and I get in front of a microphone or just talking sports in general, it's hard for us to stop.
Yeah.
So, like, when we have our opening segments where we have a guest 20 minutes into the show, it's really hard for us to do a first segment within 20 minutes.
That's going to be our promo. You don't know how much sports talk you're missing until you tune into the first 20 minutes of the SquadCast.
The last 20 minutes of the show are the best because we just, we
helter-skelter.
We talk about what we didn't talk about.
Hey, it's like a Charlie Montoyo ran bullpen, all right? You don't know what you're going to get for results, but at the end of the day, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And I'm just kidding because I'm totally on the Charlie Montoyo train, just like those boys at RBI said. So
yeah, there you go. So anyways, that's pretty much the end of the show here for tonight, like I said. But thanks everybody for tuning in. This was a great episode. We had a ton of fun. Shout out to the guys at RBI and Habib for stopping in from Hoop Life. They got some great stuff going on over there.
Shout out to Rockstar as well, too, as like we said, we're feeling like Oprah Winfrey, but our giveaways would not be possible without our good friends at Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions for the SquadCast sweepstakes. And thank you to our new friends at Wood Jerseys. We are incredibly excited to work with the team over there and provide one lucky finalist for Wood Jerseys. So tell your friends, tell your family, tune into the SquadCast. Right up until the Stanley Cup final, right up until the Stanley Cup is awarded, and also tune in after throughout the summer because we got some fun stuff planned.
Yeah, shout out to Rockstar because they are the ones that's basically hooked us up with that MLB The Show contest. So big shout out. Tomorrow on the Rod Peterson Show, me and Jordan are going to be busy because we got Kelly Rempel hosting the show. Rod and Darren are in Montreal, so they're going to be there. They're going to do live shows from there Thursday and
La
Friday.
Belle Provence.
They've been hooking up with Bob Merrier, who's Rod's sober coach buddy.
Oh, cool.
And Bob's your uncle, Bob.
Actually, Cam's my uncle, but okay.
Right, sorry. He is hooking them up with a bunch of Montreal Canadiens alumni.
Awesome.
I don't even know the list, but I've heard
that's super exciting.
Chris Knuckles Nylon.
Nylon.
Nealon.
Clark.
It's Nylon, right? Nealon.
We're really struggling with pronunciation at this point in the show.
We're like an hour and 40 minutes into this bad boy.
Yeah.
Chris Knuckles Nylon. I'm pretty sure it's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, Chris. Don't punch me. Nate Thompson, I've heard rumors of.
Nate Thompson? That would be a great guest.
And who knows? I've heard John Liu might make an appearance. I've heard Eric Engels might make an appearance.
Best dressed man in the game.
We got to get John on this show.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Eric back on again as well.
Our buddy Joey Alfieri, friend of the show.
Yeah.
And our buddy Mo Khan, friend of the show.
We've got a lot of friends of this show.
They might make some appearances, so we'll see.
Good stuff.
Going to be a big week. Going to be a fun weekend for them. Make sure you follow the Rod Peterson Show on Instagram. Darren and Rod both on Instagram. They're going to be blowing up the Instagram accounts with so many things.
And follow us because we'll be blowing up stuff from right here in Regina, Saskatchewan.
But what
Canada.
I was going to say was Kelly Rempel's hosting the show tomorrow.
Right on.
With Peter Lubardius, our good buddy Peter Lu.
Great.
Kelly and Peter go way back. So it's going to be just them and themselves for 2 hours would be a good show.
Oh, absolutely.
But they have special guest Theron Fleury Alan Miller, former general manager. Well, I don't need to say. Theoren Fleury needs no explanation.
No.
Theoren Fleury's a legend.
Guy's a legend.
Alan Miller, former GM of the Moose Jaw Warriors since 2012, just got a job with Hockey Canada. He's the director of player personnel for the program of excellence, Max. Alan Millar.
That's a job.
It's a job. And up-and-coming hockey analyst and recently added university hockey coach, Mike Babcock.
Kid's got potential.
Got a lot of potential. He's a good player, good man.
Good player, good man. That's right.
I've heard that. I don't know where that came from.
You're going to have to, you're not allowed to get away with without giving your impersonation to Mike himself.
Should I get on the show?
I wonder how many impersonations he's heard of himself over the years.
It's easy to impersonate. Like, it's not like it's a really complex one. It's just, you talk
I'd like
deeper.
to impersonate his $50 million bank account.
You say player without any letters except for PLR. Good player.
Good player.
And he's a good man.
Good man.
That's all I can do. Like, I don't. that's the extent of my.
Okay, so did you lose the bet because you talked about a former?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Former Detroit Red Wings head coach, Anaheim Ducks.
You're sharp. Sharp as a
Next
tack,
week
isn't
on
it?
this program.
Craig
Craig Ballard
Saban likes to say.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Now, Craig Ballard, I met through TikTok originally, but he's all over the place now. And he's actually applied. I don't know if you saw this MLB creator class.
Man, he deserves to be there.
Oh, he's
Dude
awesome.
makes excellent content.
So, Craig,
on TikTok.
if you're watching, we're both pumped because we're going to learn a lot from Craig.
Huge fans.
Yeah.
Huge
and
fans.
we're going to talk with Craig Ballard about the Blue Jays next week. He's going to give us more information than we've ever learned in our lives about the Blue Jays.
He's probably forgotten more about the Jays than we'll ever know.
We'll see. Let's not blow him up too much now.
But
But
TikTok's
Craig's
already doing that. So.
Yeah, Craig's great. We love Craig. We're excited to
Absolutely.
talk to him. We're excited for you guys to meet Craig, and for
Absolutely.
the most part. And our good buddy, Dar, the human version.
Yes.
He's going to pop in.
That's right.
So we're going to talk to Dar. Actually, go back to my shot really quick, Jordan.
Wow, you're
the
not
human
egotistical
version.
at all.
The human version. Well, this is my shot. What do you want me to call it? The human version of this guy, Darnell, is going to be popping in. Darnell
Talking some
Ferris
Cubbies.
from Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. He's claimed he's coming in, so I'm excited for it.
Cubbies and Red Wings fans.
And we
Get
haven't
ready.
booked it yet, but we might have another special guest later in the show. So we'll see. But looking forward to next week's show for sure. We got to eat some ice cream treats. So from the basement of the bunker, we're signing off. I'm producer Clark, Mad Max over here, of course. Shout out to RBI. Shout out to Hoop Life for coming in tonight. IKS Media for the studio space. Paul, thanks, buddy. And our friends over at Vigor Lifestyles as well. Give a shout out to. You know what? I don't mind. Shout out to those guys. We got to talk to Jared Dumba again soon.
We got to talk to Jared Dumba. Yes, we do.
Again, we're signing off. We'll see you next Tuesday for another show. Other stuff we have going on in the next coming weeks. The Henderson brothers are coming in for a show. Looking forward to that. Baseball, hockey, the draft. Seattle's coming up. We got a special Seattle
It's going to be
episode.
a busy summer for us.
We have a
talking
Sunday
sports, that's for
episode.
sure.
We're going to be doing a Sunday episode coming up.
NFL right after that, too.
And the Wood Jersey giveaway coming up. Stay tuned for details.
Absolutely.
We will see you guys in a week.
Take care, everybody.